Here I'll be showing off a map of mine. It's been extensively in development. It's ODS Test. It stands for Ookami and Drakenstark. And the two users, including myself, that have mostly been working on this. Ookami I have to thank for testing extensively. This map initially started out as just a gag as we were working on some WASD controls that didn't lag as much as other maps we had seen. And how we went about this is there's a timer, and every 200 milliseconds or so there's a check to see a boolean for each key, and based on whatever the boolean is, you'd be heading in that direction, and as you'd release the key it would change the boolean. So you wouldn't be pinging the players so much with the WASD controls. That seems to lag out a lot of players in some other maps. Here I've got a tavern which I'll respawn at whenever I die, and as I click on any of the buildings here, I intended to have a pop-up. You can do some shopping and stuff like that. I haven't implemented anything for that yet, obviously. And as I exit the city here, I've got a reticule for the marine, and the mouse cursor shouldn't be showing up. It's a glitch with one of the patches. I haven't fixed that yet at all. It was working at one point. And instead of using the left click event, it's only triggered should you not click on anything whatsoever. What I have, though, to detect if a character has been hit, I've turned all these trees into units. That's why if I hit escape here, I can enable see all trees. I figured that'd be nice for some people. I've got the far clipping set to near because Fraps really limits my frames per second on StarCraft. I'm sure many people have encountered that. And as I click on a unit, it detects the distance. I believe those guys right there should be too far. Yeah, there we go. Unit out of range, or target. The radar is basically the range which you can shoot. So you can use that as a basis for who you can attack. Oh, wrong one. Let's see here. Pretty nice feature. A lot of third-person shooters for StarCraft don't have a radar, so you can't quite tell if someone's sneaking up behind you. But there's something pretty nifty about the radar, in that it's not going to detect any cloaked units. I haven't implemented that yet, as the only character that would use that would be the Dark Templar. I'm going to type that in, kill my character. He'll respawn as a Dark Templar. There we go. Let's go ahead, show a little bit of the Dark Templar. It's nothing too impressive. Got a charge instead of a sprint, which I didn't use as a marine yet. I'll be showing that off more later. The only difference between the charge and sprint is that charge has a cooldown should you use it up completely, whereas the marine, you can just sprint as much as you want, so long as you've got any sprint left to use. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and show you off Zealot. Now this is kind of a pride and joy here. How I'm detecting hits is a radius from the unit, and also a distance. Here the Zealot can attack multiple units, so can the Dark Templar should multiple units be within his range. Is much smaller as the Dark Templar. I've got him doing a vertical thrust, as he's, as you'd expect, to be more of an assassin. Using cloak, he'd be able to sneak up behind characters, and he does more damage than usual from behind. Let's see if I can get multiple Zergs here. Show off the ability. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I guess he's the last one. I'll go take care of this guy. I'll go ahead and head towards the other town that I have set up. There's a mountain over here with a lot of tougher Zerg units there. There's Ultralisk and whatnot. Don't want to head over there as a melee unit because there's really no advantage to that yet without some kind of distraction. Oh, there was another guy. I missed him. There's two separate attacks, one for each swing that the Zealot would make upon attacking. Here we go. Oh, 3. Nice. There we go. Now 3 would be the maximum amount of Zerglings that you can get in one swipe. I got real lucky there. Usually you can only wipe out 2 at a time. Here we go. It looks like I wiped those guys out a little too early. Let's see here. You can attack in a city just as you can outside. All you have to do is left click on the character. Oh, alright. I forgot that I enabled auto attack for melee units. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. It's currently enabled, but it's enabled by default, so trigger did nothing there. Now it's disabled. All you have to do is just left click a unit inside of a city, just as you would left click to attack outside. So unfortunately, even though I have SLI enabled, it really doesn't help much for my frame rate with StarCraft 2. I can enable the far clipping, and without fraps I can get a decent frame rate, but even it's kind of crappy here. You can only see the skybox, unfortunately, with everything. I was going to work on some way to circumvent that and have a skybox that only each player can see. So just outside the far clipping, I'd have another model that's exclusive to each player. So it added an aesthetic. That'd be about it, though. I like killing the critters. Alright. Let's go ahead and switch back to the Marine. Since I explained earlier, the trees themselves are units. Nothing like you'd expect from, say, the Wizard of Oz. It was an entertaining idea now that I think about it. Here I'm going to go ahead and use the sprint. I should have respawned over at the other city. Just visited it. Oh, well, I need to turn off my cell phone. There we go. A little beep there was saying, I'm out of batteries. Well, I was out of sprint there the entire time. If you hold down the button, it's not going to recharge. You've probably noticed that. So you gotta let go in order to recharge your sprint. Here we go. There's something more fun to take care of. Let's get rid of these languages here. Oop, not on radar. There we go. Pushing the R button to get that reload going. Here we are. Use these trees to my advantage. Oh, damn. Oh, crap. Definitely cannot take much of that. It is a fast attack there. Oh, no. Get sneak past those trees. Can I get through? Nope. Alright, how about these ones? Oh, there's another attack in.
We could use some help.
You cannot attack at all as a Marine while you're sprinting. Oh, this is a very convenient tree line here. I had it randomly generated. Oh, nice. There we go. Let's go ahead and run up this mountain here. There's some air units as well. Let's get these. Oop, ran too far. Yes, broodlings. Ah, oh, bummer. Wipe those two out. Another two spawns. Got me. Well, anyhow, that's basically all there is to this map. In the multiplayer mode, I don't remember if I left this implemented or not, but at one point during testing with Ookami and I, whom I have much to thank for testing extensively, with headshots, as I told you earlier, hits are detected based on clicking on units. Not an enemy. Okay. I had a transparent command center that was basically following the character, had all the same stats with movement, tied into the same triggers as movement, and should the command center, which is very tiny, nicely fits over the head of the Marine, which was the only character available at the time. And what it involved is you have just a couple of shots is all they take to knock a player out. And it was really fun. And I hope to have it up and running again, if it isn't still. It's been a long time since I've checked out this map with other players. Up to 4 people can go ahead and explore and lollygag. I don't have any sort of respawning for the enemies around here, the fauna, I guess. So eventually we'll run out of units to kill. There's quite a bit more to explore. There's a whole upper region over there. Can't remember, but we had an army over there at one point in time with other enemy player characters which would attack you using the basic StarCraft detection and whatnot. There's more down here. There's a bit more scenery. As you can see, there's a nice little doodad there. And the water here looks really disgusting at the moment. It looked a lot prettier in other times. Not sure why that is, why it's changed. Perhaps a patch has done something, I don't know. That's pretty much all I have to show off. So, hope you guys try it out. Hope you enjoy it. Have fun with some friends. The mouse cursor might be there. I apologize for that if I may not get around soon enough to get rid of it for everybody. But it's available for testing. It is just a simple map, just to test concepts. That's why it's just called test. Something else I wanted to point out is I've shown here in the loading screen Dota-ish. I had plans to make another map, which I've already got the terrain down, the layout, thanks to Ookami who did the design for me. Basically, what it was, the idea, I should say, was each side would have buildings which could be upgraded. So basically, it'd be upgrading the minions that would send over to the other players. You'd upgrade your character. Wouldn't really be changing the weapons that each player would have. More so, make other classes available, such as a Marauder with AoE attacks that would act just like the Marine does here. Yeah, as you can see, in the quest mode, for whatever reason, the mouse is displaying, but here in a deathmatch, it's gone. Seems to be working just fine. Here we go. I just took out the other player. It shows defeat because I'm just playing against AI at the moment. I have yet to test this version of the map with other players, so it should be different at the very least. Earlier versions of this map was just a little small square grid. Had a blast, and I hope you guys enjoy it too. All right.